Sandy Parker, and welcome to Crafting for Almost Everyone. My girlfriend just got engaged, and well, actually got engaged a while ago and is getting married next month, and so I'm very excited about it. And she made her theme as being denim and lace, and I thought that was really fun, and I wanted to make her kind of a congratulations you're getting married card, because I didn't make her an engagement card, which makes me feel bad because I should have. So what I'm going to do is, this is going to be number 8 in our series of scrap and punch cards. What I'm going to do is, using some cardstock that's 110 pound, this is that Recollections 110 pound cardstock that's really heavy and nice, and I'm putting some washi tape on it to hold it down on this grid. I don't know if you can see the grid. So I lined it up on lines. I lined it up on the line here and the lines on either side, so I'm sure that I'm going to be straight. And what my project is going to be is, I thought I would go diagonally, and I don't know if this is going to work or not, because I don't know if some of these are going to be long enough, and I don't know if I have any more scrap that's going to work, but maybe I'll have to go sideways instead. I think I might have to go sideways instead, which is a bummer because I already did one that was a sideways, that was a cross like that. But the difference is, on this one, is I'm going to make every other line is going to be, well, every third line, one line is going to be denim, one is going to be lace, and one is going to be the, well, actually the lace is going to be on that blue piece. So it's every other one is going to be denim, and every other one, whatever. So let's start by let's put some glue all over. Couldn't get my glue thing off. I'm going to start by putting glue down on my lines, on my cardstock, and that way we'll get kind of a sticky base going, basically. I want the very bottom to be the one that I'm going to be putting the lace on, so I'm going to start with this piece. I'm going to line it up so it's straight, hopefully, and go with that. Then our next line, I can't tell which is the top and which is the bottom with this. The next line is going to be our denim, and our denim has a little bit of fraying on it, so I'm going to make it a little bit longer so that I can make sure that when I'm done with this, that that the frayed part is taken care of. Some of my blue, looks like cloud kind of pieces, it was not a very big scrap, and I thought, well, it'll work because this isn't going to be a very big card. But in retrospect, maybe I should have thought about that a little bit harder and made sure that it was long enough to make this work diagonally the way I wanted to do it. But live and learn, right? On the other hand, I wouldn't have been able to do the lace if I did it diagonally. Sometimes I'm not sure what I'm thinking, right? Okay. On to the next one. As far as the punch part of this, because it's an engagement / wedding event, I decided I would do hearts. So we're going to put some hearts over this, and my heart stamps were from Creative Memories. It's a set that's it has a 1 1/4 inch punch and a 1 1/2 inch punch. So there's it's nice because then you can layer them really easily, and it makes that nice. I'm probably going to have to put more glue under these. It does not seem to be working the way I wanted it to, but you never know. I'm going to flip that one over. Put a little more glue down. I think my glue is starting to dry out a little bit. Okay. I'm going to pull it toward me a little too. That way I can see if I'm even kind of straight. Even though I have my grids, it's still kind of easy to make it a little bit askew. That blue one needs to come over a little bitty bit. Okay, that blue one. They're all blue, Sandy. Jeez. Okay. Couple more and we're, oops. That piece of blue jeans just went for a little ride. A couple more pieces and our work here is done. Oops. Oh boy. Oh boy. Last but not least, I'm going to put a little bit more glue there, I think. Because I think I'm going to have to glue over the paper with this jeans material. Just a little bit. Sorry, my head is going to have to be in the picture for a second. I was looking at one of the videos and my hair was so crazy that day. I laughed so hard when I saw it. I thought, oh my word. You guys probably think I'm a lunatic. Sometimes my hair looks like I've completely lost the grip. Okay. Now I'm going to one more time just rub on each one of these to make sure that they're stuck down well. Now we're going to figure out a way to glue down this. Maybe should I use Fabri-Tac? I think I'm going to go with the same glue I'm already using. I'm just going to use some. Let's give this a try. See if this has any chance of working. You never know, right? You never know till you try. And I want to see if I can get it kind of straight. This is going to be tricky to see if I can get my ribbon straight. Remember though that my ribbon is going to be underneath a lot of these circles, or the hearts, circles, hearts, whatever. It's going to be under something else, so it should not be a really big problem to have, to make sure it's glued down. Flip it over. If I'm off camera when I'm gluing, I apologize. I don't think I am, but if I am, I apologize. Okay. Ooh. I thought this would be kind of fun with the denim and the lace, since that's our theme. Thought it'd be kind of fun to recreate it in a card. Maybe not, but so far I think it's kind of cute. And other than, where'd my scissors go? Oh, they're there. Other than the gluing and the sticky part of it, it's not that hard to do, technically. Whoops. I'm doing a bunch of research on glues right now because I'm going to do a video on the best wet glues and like what wet glues work best. And so I'm working diligently playing with a bunch of different wet glues. I know I'm off camera and I'm sorry. But I am trying to do one where I'm trying to do video where I've tested out some wet glues, and I really want to make sure that when I do this that I don't advise you, and well, one of the things I'm looking into is the fine tip applicators. Fine tip applicators so far for me have been almost impossible. So I decided I would ask a bunch of people, what do you use for a fine, when it comes to fine tip applicators. Some people use fine tip applicators, some people don't. Some people have said they don't see a point to it. Other people have said they really think that they can't live without them because they can get into all kinds of different little spots. I'm going to use this envelope and just kind of push on that and hopefully get my lace to stay. Okay. Now I'm going to take it up and just trim the edges. Isn't that cute so far? How fabulous. I love it when a plan comes together. Whoops, got a little tape there. Oh, ripped a little paper. Doesn't matter how many times I try that technique where you do it on your, rub it on your pant leg. I'm going to use a different pair of scissors. Where you rub your washi tape on your pant leg, or try to make sure that you don't end up with it everywhere, or taking off your paper. I still have trouble with that. I still have issues. My washi tape pulls off the back, when I attach it to something to hold it down. It always seems to tear a little bit of that paper off. So I do try hard to avoid that, but sometimes it just doesn't work for me. And I have the best luck cutting from the back. I don't know about the rest of you, but when I'm trying to cut something that's really thick, and that jeans ribbon is really a lot thicker than you would think it is. It's from, I think all my ribbons are from Stampin' Up. And the, whoa, coming off. And the, oh boy, that piece just had a little problem. Just came, I had a little problem with it unraveling, which is just what I wanted to have happen. I said to myself, could any of this unravel a lot for me? Because it would make me happy if it did. Maybe it unraveled just enough that I could still make it work. I think I can. Oh, well, we're gonna hold our breath for a second. I have this stuff called Fray Stoppa that I got at Joanns, and hopefully it will stop my fraying a little bit. I'm going to put a little bit down in the bottom of this little medicine container and use, I bought these brushes that were at the dollar store. You get, no, I think I got them at Walmart for like 97 cents for 30 of them. And I thought that would be a good idea to use on projects like this where I don't know how long my if it will last, or if the brush is going to work for me or not in the long run. And these all of these, or both of these ribbons, seem to be wanting to fray pretty badly, so I want to figure out a way to stop that from happening if I can help it. And it's not a project that you can just put that you can take a match to and seal the edges, because it just wouldn't work. But hopefully this Fray Stop will work. That's my goal. And a lot of this I'm going to be covering it up with other the hearts and sentiment, things like that. So I'm hoping that it won't it won't ruin. Okay, let me see if I can cut this one off that frayed before. Okay, I'll put a little bit more in the bottom of our little bottle. Who would have thought the longest part of the project would be making the ribbon not fray? You just don't know, do you? When you're doing a little project like this, you just have to go with the flow. So that's where we stand right now. Hopefully our edges will be fine. I do have a couple frays on this side. Not frays, just little oh, I thought that was coming off, but it was just extra piece I had on my thumb. Scared the crap out of me. Okay. So our next step is going to be to put our hearts on, and I thought I would just kind of randomly throw them around. Whoops. Kind of like that. And then put our sentiment in the inside. And this is the part where you know I'm going to start to whine, because I'm going to be using this tape that always makes me crazy. I'm going to use my scissors that are supposed to be non-stick, and I did use glue gun on them the last time I used them, but they still have goo on them. The goo is not technically gone. Okay, that's one piece. Whoops. Doesn't want to come off. This foam tape puts just enough dimension on these hearts, I think, to make them really kind of cute and stand out. Just as you know, I have a devil of a time with this tape, and eventually, man, I'm gonna have a party the day that I'm done with this roll. Oh, that's pathetic. I'm gonna show you my finger in a minute. You're gonna laugh. At least I'm gonna laugh. I got so much of this foam tape on me again. I don't know how I end up with so much on me. Ugh. Check that out. Can you see these 3 fingers? All of them covered foam tape. You just have to wonder how I could be so good at getting sticky things all over me. I'm just good at it. Put that one right there. I didn't really want them going looking the way they're looking right now. It seems like they're kind of in a weird... I'm going to turn that one that way. Unexpected. And maybe I'll just put the middle one like that. Okay. So that's the outside of our card. Now for the inside, what I thought I would do, I have a nice sentiment that I got at the stamp show I went to. And I have an extra couple hearts and some ribbon. Hold on, gotta get this on there. I guess I only have one. Oh, I know what I was going to do. I was going to show you how I put these together, because I wasn't, you know, you never know if somebody's new to stamping. They maybe have never attached 2 layers together. So all I'm doing is you put the tear tape, if it comes out, you put it on the back of the smaller of the 2 pieces, and then you line it up in the center of the 2, and there you go. That's how I made all of the ones that I put on the front. Now this is the ribbon that I thought would be pretty on the inside. It's a little bit more girly, but we're going to go with it. And hold on while I get my sentiment and stamp it. My sentiment is from Repeat Impressions, was the name of the company that was at the stamp show, and I will read that to you in just a second as soon as I put it on. It says, it doesn't matter where you go in life, what you do, or how much you have, it's who you have beside you. I loved it. I thought it was such a beautiful sentiment. So we're going to go with that. And the ink color I used was Night of Navy by Stampin' Up for that. And I'm going to glue these down on either side of our sentiment. I think she'll really like this because, as I said, she's decided that she's going to go with denim and lace, and I thought that was really cute. And she's not, you know, she's in my age group, so she's not a young bride, so she can have whatever she wants. You know, brides, I think sometimes first-time brides are really caught up in the whole pomp and circumstance, but then I think as you get older and you get married, I think you decide to do it all for you. You know, it's not about trying to please your family and, you know, making sure everybody's happy. It's about having a really nice event for yourself. And I think that's neat when you're older and do it for yourself. So the inside of our card is done. And that ribbon, I just had that ribbon in my stash. Oh, and the glue I used was art glitter glue. I really am liking this. It's a very thin glue, but it dries really nicely and really holds on well. Let me get that out of our way. Now all I need to do is get us an envelope, and we'll washi tape our envelope and we'll be all done. Well, I couldn't find any washi tape that made me happy. And I did have a punch that was hearts, but I can't figure out where it went. So I'm just gonna stamp or punch a couple of the smaller blue punches of the heart. Sorry if I'm out of frame. Just can't get my paper in there. Okay. One more, just for good measure. Okay, so I punched out my blue hearts, and I have a strip of the paper that matches everything, and of course my glue doesn't want to come out naturally. Okay. And all we're going to do is put this on the flap, hopefully straight, and then we're going to just put those. Geez, if I could just pick them up. Middle, and then one on that side, and that is our envelope. So our card is done. I hope you like this. I hope you give it a thumbs up and subscribe. Please tell your friends about me on social media. I'd really appreciate it. Thanks so much for watching. Bye-bye.